All right, welcome back, everyone. This should be the last section that we cover about text boxes. So again, went through off camera, resorted out or resized and gridded these out just to make it look a little bit cleaner and better so you kind of have an idea on what it should look like. But it doesn't always have to be just small text boxes like this. So I want to show you, like in our PBIS presentation, I took a graphic on RTI and intervention support where the original graphic had full labels showing that you have 80% of your kiddos here, roughly 15% of your kiddos here, and 5% here, listing out different academic interventions that we could be doing. So your tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 type supports, and then same thing on the behavior side. So this would be an opportunity that you could set up something like this for your kiddos to label or add added detail. And again, obviously, it's not going to be something where all the kids are going to jump in on this and collaborate, but this is where you're going to use another fundamental 5 technique on randomly calling your students on, can you fill out this particular text box, discuss it, move on to the next one, and so on. So if we click back over here to our welcome back slide deck, for the purposes of presentation on your first day back, your virtual parking lot is going to be your bottom slide or your last slide. However, I am including, again, this is just illustrative purposes only. The slides beyond the virtual parking lot are kind of like an appendix where I'm going to have some additional things. So it's not intended for you to share these out on the first day, but just for you to see a model of what it could look like for future lessons. So another example for as labeling, here's one with Bloom's taxonomy with different text box. So I had copied and pasted this from a Google image search and then added text boxes here. So if you were doing a lesson, you could ask, call on random students, hey, Sally, what's an example of creating? Hey, Tom, what's an example of remembering? Hey, Jose, what's an example of applying? And specifically calling those kiddos to come in and label this. This is, akin to calling your kids up to the whiteboard and, participating up there. So there's a ton of different ways. I said it wouldn't just be the simple, I select a box and put in a one-word answer sort of thing. Again, I know I have a lot of creative people looking at this thinking, man, I could do this, that, and the other thing. Run with it. This is just another example of how to do the text labeling where you're not necessarily asking everyone from the class to come in. So again, just want to reiterate, as you're doing this, we're not abandoning Fundamental 5. We're not abandoning the 4 C's. We're just trying to apply it in a different method. So again, if you have any questions, email me. Otherwise, don't subscribe, and rant and rave in the comment section down below.